Hi, it's Mariga here from Skin Essentials, and thank you so much for tuning into another one of my videos. Today I want to talk to you about foundations, specifically liquid foundations. If you follow me on Snapchat, you will know that over the last 2 to 3 weeks I decided to do a foundation purge. So I went through all of the liquid foundations in my stash. I like to do this about once a year. I do buy a lot of makeup, but I like to do this about once a year because with the liquid foundations, of course, they will go off. So there's no point having them hanging around if I'm not going to use them. So I did it on Snapchat, where every day I wore a different one. And at the end of every day, I checked in to let you know what I thought of it. So I'm going to run through that quickly now. I actually did it for 9 days. I found 9 liquid foundations in my stash since the last time I had purged and decluttered them, which is not good. And also there were more than 9 because a couple of them I had in 2 different colours. So not counting that, there were 9 separate brands of foundation. So for reference, my skin is, I guess I would say normal. Makeup will tend to separate, maybe split a little bit through my T-zone during the day as natural oils are produced on the face. So that is entirely normal, of course, for most people. And I would just powder down halfway through the day and that would do away with that. So what I was looking for as I was going through them was ones that I definitely I'm not going to wear again, or I had forgotten about for one reason or another. So I tried them all and I gave my thoughts individually on Snapchat every day. But in general, they ended up breaking down into 3 categories. Actually, I tried 9 and there's 3 in each category, which is lovely and neat. The first category, ones I will definitely be getting rid of and would never use again, even once more on my face. And in that category, the Ordinary Serum Foundation, NARS Sheer Glow, and the Stila Aqua Glow. You will actually see a theme there already. I do like glowy, I like sheer to semi-sheer. I mean, if I'm going out, long night out or an occasion, I'll wear a heavier finish. But in general, for day to day, that's what I like. So those 3 were horrible. They were horrible going on. They separated almost straight away. The Ordinary and the Stila Aqua Glow were the worst. I mean, even putting them on was immediately, you could just see they weren't nice. NARS went on nice, but didn't last nicely at all. So that was those 3. 3 that I would use up but not repurchase. Gosh foundation drops, look absolutely nice, but nothing special. A Clinique dewy finish, I don't even think they do that anymore, but I wouldn't repurchase in any case. It was fine, but not better than anything else. And the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, which I've actually repurchased a few times, but I won't be repurchasing that again, and I will come to the why in a moment. The ones that I have that I would repurchase, Wet n Wild Photo Focus, very impressed with that. Physicians Formula Nude Wear, very impressed with that. Both of those go on, stay on, and when they're fading off, they fade off evenly, so none of this patching. It's the patching and caking that really gets me. And the Dr. Perricone No Foundation, nice as well. Acts more like a serum foundation or a very, very light tinted moisturiser, and I like that. Now, I had sung the praises of the Charlotte Tilbury one before, and I would still recommend people to buy it if they want something with a little more coverage. The reason I'm not going to repurchase almost everything on that list is the one thing that I learned, and I suppose I should have known it anyway, but when you're super focused on something and you're doing it every day, it really brings it home to you. I realised that there was more bad than good to be said for all of the foundations every day. Some of them I had to work on them to make them work for me. I had to use primers or setting sprays or both, or keep powdering them down, or... At the end of it, I thought, why am I even doing all this? Maybe the lesson to learn from that is I don't need or want to wear foundation. So for this week, I haven't been wearing foundation. And therefore, there is nothing to go patchy or cakey halfway through the day. And I am much happier not using foundation. Now, the other thing was that during that, of course, I was taking a lot of selfies. I was taking them every day to show the wear time and all of that of the foundation. So that was a lot of selfies for me. I'm not a selfie person. And as I was looking back on them, the one thing that stood out so much to me, I was like, oh God, where are those lines around my eyes coming from? I really didn't know they were there. And I thought, God, now I'm 45. I know I'm going to get lines at some stage, but the later the better. But they just seem to come out of nowhere. And then I realised it's not me, it's the foundation. Every one of them was settling into lines that are barely there and making them look much, much deeper than they were. So I have no foundation on it. And I have glasses on, which are going to magnify what you can see as well. And I am not seeing any of this lines around the eyes that I was seeing during that fortnight while I was doing the foundation decluttering. So I know, of course, and I'm aware that the older we get, the lighter the hand with the makeup is much more appropriate and more forgiving on the skin, which may be why I tend to gravitate towards the serum foundations and the lighter ones anyway. But that was a lesson learned for me. Now, generally, if I want foundation, I usually, most days, when I was in the habit of wearing foundation every day, which I was up to a week ago, I would wear a mineral powder foundation. I just prefer the finish of that, and it sounds wrong. If you're not somebody who has tried it yet, it sounds wrong. It sounds like a powder foundation should settle into lines more so than a liquid, but I promise a good quality mineral foundation, it's the other way around. So today and all this week, what I have got on me in terms of face makeup is a little bit of powder foundation just to the nose and the chin, where I tend to show a bit of redness. Now that is wearing off now, but it is 20 to 3 in the afternoon, so I didn't powder at lunchtime. I was working through lunch, so normally I would. And I wanted you to see it anyway. I want you to see my skin the way my skin is. So every other video you've ever seen of me, if I'm not putting a treatment on or something, or specifically saying I'm not wearing makeup, I have foundation on. And today I haven't. So I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think. Can you tell the difference? Is it something that you would be interested in trying for yourself? Have you been struggling with your foundation? The other thing is that I'm going to try as well, I do like a bit of a glow, as you will have gotten that theme. I'm going to try wearing an illuminating primer instead of foundation. So I actually bought one this morning on my way into work, so I'm going to try it tomorrow. And of course you will see, if you want to tune in live to my Facebook page, I will be doing that tomorrow. That will be the 8th of December. So yeah, that's just something new I'm going to try instead. Just to give that little bit of dewiness or illumination that I like. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I have learned that my skin looks better without foundation. And as you will see from that list, there are foundations ranging there from €7 to €60, and the price point made no difference. Some were better than others, but the price point was absolutely not a factor in any of that. So that is why I am not going to be wearing foundation on a daily basis anymore. I will wear everything else. I love makeup. I got a lovely new mascara yesterday, which I am loving. That's Stila. The one thing is, which I don't on a daily basis for work, but if you were going to wear a very dramatic eye makeup look, I think you do need to do the whole foundation and contour and everything so that the whole thing pulls together. So it's not that I will never put a foundation on me again, but I think on a day-to-day basis, the amount of makeup that I wear to work, I am delighted that I am not going to be doing all those steps. That's time gained in the morning for me. I'll still wear red lipstick, and I've just realised I've talked through this whole video with my lipstick half off because I've just had lunch. Oh well, what can you do? This is the reality. Lunch at your desk and doing a video without even looking in the mirror first. So that's my thoughts about foundation, and how maybe a lighter hand as you get older is much more forgiving on your skin. So do let me know what you think, what your experiences are, and if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe or share with your friends. The more reach that I get and the more interaction that I get from you, the more time I'm able to devote to this. And come and see me across all of my other social media channels as well. I try to keep the content varied across our Facebook page, Snapchat and Instagram. And of course, if you prefer to read your info rather than watch video, you will find my blog at skinessentialsbymariga.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to hearing your comments.